Yeah.
Why they call you Slim?
Oh. Yeah. Ever feel like just giving up was the thing to do? You got depression, anxiety, and some anger too. Some people say just pray about it and maybe you should. But I can teach you how to handle it, it's still all good. You may not know how to deal with most of all the stress. You put the mask on your face to hide it from the rest. We keep the feelings inside and push them down below. But that don't help us at all, but you already know. Sometimes just talking about it can get the feelings out. But if you're feeling uncomfortable, try another route. I got some tools you can use that I want you to see. Plenty of coping mechanisms taught to you by me. Welcome to the Dope Black Therapist Podcast. I'm your host, Blaze. Let's get into it. What is going on, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Dope Black Therapist Podcast. I'm your host, Blaze. Thank you for being here with me as always. So it's been a lot of good things going on lately, and one of the things that really jumped out at me as what's been going well is how well and this is it's kind of a new thing for me, I think, and you can tell me this is something that's new for you. For me is finally being okay with who you are and finally being okay with like your status and moving into that and really understanding how that is a part of your growth and your healing process, and so I'm gonna try to do a little bit better in explaining it, because I didn't really have a good way of going into it, because excuse me, it's one of those things where it kind of just like hit me really like hard, like hit me right on the damn head, like bam. It's like, okay, all right, so you're okay with this, and I'm okay with Blaze. Are you okay with you? And when I asked that, is like, this is the first time in forever that I've been okay with being a single as a single male, as a single dude. I'm not trying to force anything to happen or force anything to be there that's not there. I'm not sad about being single. I'm not sad about being lonely. I'm not sad about just doing all these things on my own, And before, it was just like I was really sad, and it's tiring and it's frustrating doing that, And another part is I'm not excuse me, I'm not afraid of, I told you one of the things was I was afraid of being successful, and it's one of those things where it's just like, yo, can I be successful and to be okay that I am? And I was worried about what it would look like, because it's one of those things is like, what does success mean to you? Because it's going to be different for different people, I think one of the things for me was I was afraid of people seeing me. I'm afraid of people seeing me and people not liking what they see if they actually got to see who I am. Now, I don't come off as some kind of monster or anything like that, or some hideous, uncaring person or anything like that. Well, what I mean is, excuse me, seeing that I am a person who
is doing his work, yet still has some healing to do. As someone who can laugh with the best of them and joke and dance and everything, but also has a side that is spicy or naughty or whatever. And sometimes I get angry. You know, I felt like for the longest time, I've had to like keep a mask on for folks just to make everyone else comfortable. And I'm learning that y'all comfort ain't my responsibility. And I don't have to continue to make myself smaller to make other people feel comfortable. Now, that's how I've always lived. You know, trying to make myself smaller to make everybody else comfortable, and it gets really frustrating. It gets really difficult because I'm not thinking about me. I'm just thinking about everybody else in those situations. And it's just like it's one of those things. It's just like I don't have to keep doing it. You know. And I found this meme, and it was one of those things where I was like, yo, this really hit hard for me. And I'm gonna pull it up and see if I can, because I don't wanna murder it. Okay. So it says your nervous system will always choose familiar chaos over unfamiliar peace until you learn to heal and choose differently. And that hit so hard is because I'm used to chaos. It's like I thrive in chaos. And, you know, thinking about my years as a firefighter, you know, we're pulling up on some of the worst, most chaotic, most horrifying things and most horrifying scenes that you can imagine. And we are supposed to be calm under pressure. And that's what it is. We're not supposed to freak out. We're literally running into buildings where there are rats and roaches and everybody else and everything else trying to get out, you know, and we're just running in ready to go, no fear. Or we respond to a car accident on a major highway, and there's cars passing us at high speeds. There's, you know, someone's life who's actually in danger, and we're trying to work them, especially we have to get them out of a car or a vehicle or whatever. And the care that we have to get to those people, we always have to be calm. And it's like chaos all around us, you know, and that's where we're supposed to be. You know, we're supposed to be calm, we're supposed to be cool. And then when things are at a place where there's no chaos going around it, it's really scary because we're not used to things actually being calm. We're just used to us being calm in chaotic situations, but we're not used to being in those calm situations where we can actually relax, you know? And so I've learned to heal and I'm choosing differently. And it's okay if I'm being seen. It's okay for me to be calm and not have to stress so much about certain things that pop up. Like, for instance, I've said several times that I love doing therapy, but there are other things that I want to do as well. You know, I want to do workshops. I want to host retreats, and, you know, I want to write another book, and I want to be a consultant, and I want to do different things, you know. Yet I was doing everything that I could to not move towards those things. You know, I was finding an excuse not to, because I was comfortable staying here, you know. And then there's this discomfort in moving up, even though I know that moving up, I'll be okay because I know it's going to be okay. And if I fail at something, it's not an automatic, oh, you'll never be able to do this again. It's a learning experience, right? It's a learning opportunity for me. And I've been challenged by other Black male therapists, and, you know, in our mastermind, shout out to Malcolm and Gabe and Malik. We push each other. we hold each other accountable. We allow ourselves to get uncomfortable because that's a part of our healing process. And we're moving forward to accomplish the things that we need to accomplish, you know? And it's a scary thing to try and do and be someone or something different when you're so used to making yourself smaller, you know? I think it's one of those things where I think it's one of these things where I'm just like, yo, I'm ready to stop hiding. I'm ready to stop, you know, I'm ready to stop being afraid to be great, you know. I know I said before there were times where I wasn't afraid to be great, you know. And it's just like, but the reality was, that's a bunch of bullshit. I was scared as hell. You know, I came front. I was scared as hell to be great, you know. Like I said, because I didn't want to be seen, you know. And it was, which is really weird because when I was younger, all of the dancing and all the stuff that I was doing and the speaking in public and all of that stuff was so I would be seen by, you know, my grandma, my mom, my dad, or whomever. And I don't want to do that anymore, you know? So I stepped back and it's like, nah, I don't want to be seen anymore. But then at the same time, it's like, yo, Blake, you're doing this for you now. You're not doing it to, you're not doing all this stuff about, you're not doing this to be seen by specific people. You're doing this for your inner child. You're doing this for you so that you can actually step up and make these things happen like you need to. You know what I'm saying? Because there's, you know, we have that inner part of us, the inner child of us who is always looking for somebody to look up to when we can be the person that the inner child looks up to. And I'm so happy that I'm at this space now where it's just like, yo, I'm somebody that my young self can be proud of. You know, I am successful. And the way I define success is running a practice and being a part of a practice that people are continually seeking me out as a therapist. The fact that I am getting opportunities to speak my story and talk about mental health and to encourage other people. The fact that I am able to create programming and workshops that people gain skills from that'll help them in their everyday life. The fact that I am active and present in the lives of my children and helping them learn things and teaching them life lessons. The fact that, excuse me, I am able to be in a space where I can do this podcast and have people actually listen and to subscribe to what it is that I'm saying. You know, those are successes. Those are things that I never thought that I would be able to do. And I'm proud of myself for reaching these parts. And that's one of those things is like, you know, how many of you do not give yourself the credit for doing and being who you are now? You know, a lot of us, we feel like we're struggling and we feel like, you know, nah, I can't do this. I should be more. We just, I want more. I want more. I want more. And it's like, look at what you've accomplished now. Who are you trying to prove something to? And does their opinion matter more than what you think of yourself? You know, I recognize that looking at myself and not being happy with the things that I was doing, that was my younger trauma. That was me working through my stuff, you know. And now, like I said, I'm happy to be able to do the things I want to do because it's what I want to do. It's not to get praise or it's not to get recognition from other people. It's for me. It's for me to challenge myself to do more and to be more because I want to be. Damn. I want to be more. I want to be. I want to help people get to a much better place in their mental health and their physical health. Damn, man. That's it's wild how this just hit me out of the blue, yo. It's just like I'm okay with being that guy. And I'm okay with utilizing my talent and getting the word out. And it's like, I thought that I was oversaturating the market by putting too much out on social media when it comes to mental health. And I'm looking at my colleagues who are thriving and who are doing so many things. And it's like, they're putting stuff out daily. And I'm like, why would I limit myself? Why would I stop myself if this is what I know that I'm good at, and this is what I want to do, and this is what I want to accomplish? I don't have to hide that. I don't have to minimize that. Damn, yo. I'm telling you, bro, that sometimes saying the stuff out loud makes that much more sense, And it's like when I journal, I'm starting to notice that I'm processing a whole lot more. It's a beautiful thing. And I hope that I'm hoping that you are allowing yourself to journal just to get your thoughts out. Because that's one of those things is, we're not going to talk to everybody about the stuff. We don't want to seem like a burden. We don't want to, we don't want people to be like, or come into our stuff because we all got our own shit, right? And if you don't have that space, or if you don't have your own therapist, or if you don't have the people who want to be the space for you to talk about those things, that journal is always there. You can write whatever you want to write in there and let this stuff out so you won't just keep pushing it down, or just saying the stuff out loud like I have today. And it's like light bulb just goes all the way off. And it's like, yeah, I'm okay with being seen now. I'm okay with showing my full self to people and letting that stuff out. I don't want to keep wearing my mask and limiting who I am out of fear of people actually seeing me. Because, I believe I'm dope. And before I said it and it was like an empty thing, but at the same time is now I really and truly believe it. And so are you. So y'all are loved. Y'all are valued. And you're all dope as hell. And we'll see you on the next go round. Peace.